Okay, good morning, everyone, wherever you are located in whatever country of Latin America. Thank you for being watching us here in Fika Podcast in yet another episode of this. Today, we're going to be having a very, very special guest in our Fika Podcast. But before we continue, please, if you want to really keep on getting this content on your mobile, on your device, please hit the subscribe button. If you do that, this is going to help us in the algorithm a lot to reach out more people and to be able to convey this message throughout broader audiences. So as I said it before, we had a very, very special guest. I have a few notes here. The person we're going to be talking to is an Oriflameian. He's been in Oriflame for many, many years, just like me, even more than me. He has worked in many, many different countries, several positions, and he has made tons of contributions to the company. He is also a very good friend of mine. He has been very supportive, and listen to this, he kind of possesses a sparkling personality that makes it great to be surrounded by him and working alongside. He worked in Latin region, in Latin America for a while, back in 2010, something around that. Lived in Chile, and he was in charge of the sales support area for the region. But now he's an executive vice president, and among his credentials, he also has one that is very important. He is the father. He's the person who came up with the idea of the BCM. So we will not only be talking to just one expert on BCM, we will be talking to the person who actually had the idea to come up with the BCM. So let me welcome to this audience in Fika Podcast my good friend, Mr. Koppany Berkes. Welcome, Koppany. How are you?
Thank you very, very much, and thank you for this introduction. Very good, and very much looking forward to this podcast.
Absolutely. Koppany, maybe I forgot to say any important thing about yourself during your time in Latam or whatever you want to say just to complete the introduction for the people in our audience that don't know you.
I don't want to destroy your image, but I'm also a big fan of Argentina as a football team, and that is from my childhood. So I'm sorry for that. Sorry to all Colombian, Brazilian, Mexican, and other listeners and viewers.
Yeah. Well, I forgot to say that Koppany is freak. I mean, he's a fan of football and he's probably a very good player. And he was immersed in that industry in the past. But let's get into the nitty gritty. Okay, the first question sounds kind of philosophical, Koppany, but it's important to ask it. Why did Oriflame decide to do the BCM journey? What was Oriflame looking for? What were the reasons that motivated such a change?
I mean, it was pretty obvious that our industry, the direct sales or network marketing, it really needed a new energy. And the general idea when we came up with the BCM was, number one, how do we create an outstanding income opportunity for our existing brand partners that helps them to use all the opportunities that social media and online offers? How can we reach out to more people? How can they reach out to more people? That was number one. Number two, of course, we see many other companies, modern direct sales companies, using either influencers or wannabe influencers, and we really wanted to give our brand partners to the opportunity to become an influencer and have a very, very strong opportunity, something that most companies don't offer, and especially not in combination with multi-level marketing, which gives, of course, this long-term big earning opportunity. And then the third one was, of course, we realized that 90% of the people, they might not want to look for an opportunity to earn money, but they definitely look for an opportunity to buy their products at great conditions. And since we are offering quality cosmetics from Sweden, from Europe, it was very important that we created then an opportunity for them to join this company and enjoy this company for the products, for being a customer. And as our community can offer so much more, that's an added value to the customers. So we believe we have a very, very strong package for the customers. So existing brand partners, giving them a new opportunities, giving people who are not in Oriflame yet an opportunity to, or even those in Oriflame, an opportunity to use the social media and the modern medias to build a business, and of course to welcome customers on their conditions.
That's very good. If I may summarize these three major things, one is just to give them a broader audience, a broader stage using the existing social media channels. Second, most of the people actually come here because of the products, so we want to guarantee that the conditions by which they acquire or buy the products are good. And of course, last but not least, we wanted to give the people this chance to become influencers, be able to expand their business. So this is another way of seeing the BCM. So thank you for that. And let me ask another question that might be connected to that. You have already started to elaborate on that, but maybe we can complete the explanation. Can you tell our audience a little bit what you mean by the member concept? What are the difference between the member and the end customer, or the normal customer we used to serve through a consultant in the past, through a brand partner? Why should that person listening to you become a member instead?
I mean, as a customer in Oriflame in general, if you're an offline customer, I believe you get the best service on the market. You have a caring brand partner, a caring consultant who is there to support you, to deliver the products to you, to answer any questions you have, to give advices, and so on and so forth. So it's a fantastic service our customers get. As a member, you have an opportunity to get all that, plus be closer to the company. What does it mean? The company offers you an opportunity to get cash back on every order that you place. That's number one. You, of course, order directly from the company, so you don't need to wait for your brand partners to visit you to place an order. It's enough to talk, get the advice, and then place the order on your own. And number three, if you like what Oriflame offers, if you enjoy being a customer in Oriflame, if you enjoy being a member, you actually have an opportunity to share it with your friends, to recommend it to your friends. And when they join, your products, your own order will become even cheaper, even at a better price than ever before. So of course, it's a new set of opportunities, new set of advantages for our customers.
But that is fantastic, the way you explained that, Koppany. Now I understand why you're the father of this whole concept, because the second thing that you mentioned is this independence, this autonomy that the member is having that didn't have when that person was an end customer, depending on the brand partner to buy. That is so important, plus the fact that they might be buying even cheaper if they recommend the product. So that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you for that. I hope you guys are taking notes. Remember that note takers are history makers. So please take notes of this information that Koppany is giving us. So Koppany, I know that you...
If I can have one more comment,
yeah,
just one small
shoot
comment,
it.
Is of course, we are in the very beginning of this journey, because as a member, you will also get access to all online and offline activities that we as a company do. And believe me, we are working on a lot of goodies, trainings, tips, how to use the product. All this will be yours as a member. You will get access to it. And that's pretty unique for Oriflame.
You mean the community perks?
Exactly.
That's very good. That's very good. I heard from my boss, Nicholas, the other day saying that people would join for the product, but will stay for the community. So that is very important to make everyone grasp that argument. That is very important. Okay, Koppany, I was going to jump into something complicated, which is the elephant in the room. You are an expert. I know that when you started to make all these calculations with your team and with your colleagues there in Stockholm or in Europe in general, I think that there was something that there was kind of a hurdle that we all had to overcome, which was the income of the seller. If I am a seller and I have my end customers and I'm making my immediate profit, why on earth should I opt or should I decide to register them as members? Can you give us a little bit of advice on that?
Number one, you don't need to. If you enjoy taking the physical work of visiting your customers physically, taking their orders, placing your order, delivering the products to them, continue doing that. There is nothing that works against it. We did not make it worse, actually quite the opposite. The reason why we believe, though, that you should start working on inviting people as members in your first line is, number one, you will be able to serve so many more people. So it's not only about the percentages, but of course the total volume, the total amount of money that you sell for or your members buy for. It's much more important than just a certain percentage, because you don't buy bread for percentage, you buy bread for money, and the money, the base for the money is the total amount that you are selling for. That's number one. Number two, we really save a lot of time for you, so you really have a chance to reach out to more, to take care of more people, and actually they have a much bigger motivation to stay loyal in Oriflame, because they have their own cashback system and everything that we discussed. Number three is that in order to support our bigger, we of course introduced what we call the Program Plus. And the Program Plus means that you get an additional 10%, not only on your personal order, but also on the order of your first line members. So you easily can add another 10% of your net sales volume as an income. So if you have a big base, if you can have hundreds of people in your first line as members, you get, of course, automatically the sharing bonus or the sharing discount. And on top of it, you can get another 10% of this total volume, and that can become very, very big money.
But that is great. I love that line that you don't buy bread with percentages. You buy the bread with money. So that is very important, because people sometimes they're so attached to the percentage, and they don't see that the bigger money, even if the percentage might be lower in some cases, it is much more money at the end of the day. And also it is also true that they would have much more time just by the fact that they're just shortcutting the operational part of delivering the product. Exactly. And all this. Plus, there is something else in Latin America. You're not immersed into that company, but it is big here in Latin America. Is the credit. I mean, people might make you have a big exposure financially because you're the one paying, and if they don't pay, that would be a big burden on your wallet in the future. So thank you for that, Koppany. Absolutely correct. And I also like the first part. I mean, it's not that they have to. I mean, if they want, they can do it. And if you are in Mexico, guys, listening to us, remember that we have Program Plus in Mexico. It will not be there eternally. It will be there for 1 year. So you better buckle up and start bringing in your end customers and converting them into members before it is too late. So do it very quickly, and you're going to capitalize on that, and you're going to make more money. Okay, Koppany, one important thing that we all want to know, I think, is leaders, company, everyone. We would like to know if this shift and this new journey into the member arena has caused any changes in the purchasing pattern. Is it any category, product category that brand partners were buying but members do not buy, or is it something that members would buy more that we were not really selling before? Have we seen any change in the countries that you oversee?
So far, I don't think we have seen any major change in this. One small shift, or two, actually two, what I have noticed is that your favorite category, maybe people don't know, but you are the biggest fragrance expert in the company. He has the nose for it, I tell you that. So the fragrance category is possibly more preferred by customers. And then the other category is actually color. There seems to be this impulse purchase, seems to be something that possibly is more frequent with members than we used to have with brand partners. But there are no like earthquake type of changes, at least what I can see. I don't know if in Mexico you have noticed anything.
No. We haven't really noticed anything. I mean, we're into the journey of the BCM just 1 week and a half. I mean, it's too early to say. But yes, I have heard from all the markets that there are some small changes. But I wanted to hear that from the source, from the one and only Koppany Berkes. Okay, Koppany. Another thing that I would like to ask, if I will, is what are the major, so to say, mindset changes that people have to adapt to when they want to embark in this new journey called the BCM? Which are those old vices that would kind of deter them from actually being successful into the journey arena? What are these advices that you might give to these people who want to be successful in the new Oriflame?
You disappeared a little bit, but I will answer what I have seen in Europe. But Europe is slightly different than Latin America, I would like to point out. But what I have seen is that in Europe, leaders did have a problem in general to understand, why do I need customers? It's very interesting, but our leaders in Europe were very much focusing on recruiting everyone, giving them all the opportunities, and really talk about the business opportunity from day one. For them, it's a big mindset change to understand we do need customers, because if we are not having customers at the end of the chain, there is no turnover. Now, of course, it's one thing to understand. The other one, how do I change the way I think about running my networks? Our leaders have been very good in running multi-level marketing type of events, recognitions, driving recruitment campaigns, and so on and so forth. But now they need to learn how to create events, both online and offline, that are for customers, that are very much product focused, which are actually increasing the feeling of belonging to a community among members. And this is a new learning, because our leaders automatically want to talk about the business opportunity. And here they have a new target group, which don't necessarily want to talk about the business opportunity, because they didn't join for the business opportunity. They joined because of the products, because of the services that we give, because of getting a good deal. And that, of course, is a slight difference in how they used to work. So one thing that we did in Europe was that we sat down our leaders and we redesigned Sarpio, if you want to say, like that, where we actually had a long discussion about members, the role of the members for you as a network leader. How do you deal with them? How do you detect the signs when a member is maybe ready to upgrade to a brand partner? And then how do you take them on the journey of earning actually money in Oriflame? And this was a very exciting process to get to these insights with the leaders. And we are still far from perfect in this, I would like to say. So this is a never-ending journey, which is the beauty of Oriflame. You always learn something new. There is always something new you need to invent. But this, I think leaders start to accept and understand that members need their arena, their way of meetings, their way of being taken care of. How do I spot when someone is ready and what do I do with that person in order to make that person successful. One thing that many people forget is that the underlying strength of BCM is actually that we put back the earning to the bottom of the success plan. It's much easier to earn money these days with Oriflame than before BCM, because automatically your success plan starts at 10% through the sharing discount. So as you start to build your first line, you immediately start earning money. And that was one of the major drivers when we were designing the total earning opportunity in the BCM, to make sure that those who upgrade to brand partners immediately start to see money in Oriflame.
Yeah, that's pure gold. What you are telling us, Koppany, that makes a lot of sense, and that gives us a lot of confidence that this model will actually change the current conditions and will provide us yet another way to grow and to really experience the good things that we all want in Oriflame. Koppany, thank you for being with us with Fika Podcast. You know that this is brief. We would love to have you in this stage again if you have time. This is a never-ending process of communicating, informing, educating people about this, and this will never end. So if you have the chance in the future to have a cup of coffee with us in Fika, because by the way, you're also Swedish/Hungarian, you know what Fika means. So whenever you have another time in your very, very tight agenda in the future to have coffee with us and to share a little bit of the learnings after a lot of time has already elapsed, that would be great, Koppany. Thank you, thank you. Just final remarks to some people that remember you because you were in Mexico, you were in Colombia, in many other countries in Latin America. They still remember you even after so many years. Anything you may want to tell these colleagues of yours, Mexicans that are embarking into this journey before we say goodbye?
I just would like to thank you all, and I have to say my heart will always be Latin America. This is the best part of the world, and I really love everyone there, all the countries. I mean, this it has given me so much, and I anytime I will have a chance, just invite me, I will be there. One advice, if you ask me, that would be really the BCM model is not, something completely new. We have the multi-level marketing. We have the success plan in the base. The BCM is just adding another layer, another opportunity, both for people to join the company, but especially for our brand partners to earn money. And please make sure that you think through how you are doing your business. This is being an entrepreneur all the time, about looking for the changes, looking for the opportunities. And believe me, this is a true opportunity for each one of our leaders. One can, of course, choose to close the eyes and say, I want to be in the past. And that's one option. Most probably doesn't lead so far. But if you really think it through, it's a great opportunity. And I really wish all of you the best of luck to really make this to your opportunity to grow with Oriflame and to reach new heights. We are here to support. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Koppany. And you hear the father of BCM. Whenever you have a member in front of you, bite your tongue. Don't talk about the opportunity. They did not join for that. They joined for the product. Talk about the product and think about the events that you will create in the future to try to have this community even more and more attractive. Thank you, Koppany, for being with us, and thank you for being with us. Our great audience in Fika Podcast. Thank you for putting some time apart to listen to us. And we're coming soon with even more content about this. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.